What's going on, guys? So in this video, we're going to be discussing Monday's native automations feature. How does that look? How is it built out? And what you can do with it. And also, full disclosure, we're not going to be able to discuss the newly released Monday Workflows automation feature. That's specific for enterprise plans, and hopefully we'll get into that in a future video. So without further delay, let's jump in and see what the automations look like. So first off, let me just zoom in real quick. Automations can be found in a couple of different places. So for instance, if you are on a certain board, you can find automations right here, automate. Another place that you can find it is if you go to the three dots and you go to power-ups, you could see automations right there. Or if you go into your account over here, you can also find automations right here, the third one down. So a few different places that we can find it. So this one is technically not the automations one because it is just Autopilot Hub. This is a health check for your automations. So if you have a bunch of automations going on, if we click this, we can see it is a health check of any sort of errors that are happening in your automations, the reason for the error, and it is, of course, we could see AI based, and who's the owner, what board it's in, and the last time it's failed. So really cool to take a look at this just in case to make sure that we don't have any sort of errors in the automations themselves. So now let's go into the automation section. So we'll just click on this one right here and let's see how all this works. So before we go into manage, let's take a look at the create section. So Monday has a bunch of different automation templates that we can use. All of these cards that you see over here are pre-built templated automations. Now we can also create our own, as you could see over here, or we could also find that all the way at the top over here, create from scratch. Now a quick tip that I will give is certain automations that we want to do in Monday, we cannot create from scratch. There's a specific type of a workflow that Monday has built, and it is only found in the cards themselves. There are certain use cases where certain cards are unique in terms of their automation build out, rather than us building it on our own. So they're rare, but they do come into play with very advanced workflows. So we will see, for instance, sub-items tend to run into that category a lot of times. Let's see if I could show you here. When all sub-items of an item have the status of something, change item status to something. So, but otherwise you can create your own automations right from scratch and build things the way you want it. That makes sense. So before we go into building some of the automations, let's just kind of take a look at what this automations screen looks like. What can we do over here? So when we are in the explore side of things, this is what opens up. This is, of course, every single automation that we see in terms of the pre-built cards. Obviously, we can do the create from scratch, but there are also certain automations that are built in terms of integrating with certain other software. So we could see here, for instance, Gmail, Google Calendar. If I was to click on Google Calendar, you could see a pre-built set of automations that we can do when something happens in Google Calendar to create an item here in Monday, or when a person is assigned to someone in Monday, create an event in Google Calendar. So this is where the automations kind of bridge the gap between automations and integrations, which we will check out in just a second down here. Integrations being obviously integrating with other third-party software as opposed to just automating within Monday itself from, within a board to a board or from item to item. So the integrations, as we could see here, show up and allow you to do a lot more powerful automations with other third-party software. So another thing to check out, let's see here. Well, let me show you guys scrolling up and down in this Explore section. It's going to essentially go down the list like this too. So if we click here, we could either click through this and find out certain categories of automations that we want to look at. But in the Explore section, we kind of get a highlight of a little bit of everything. So let's check it out. If we do the Explore section and we go down, basic automations, recommended automations, productivity with some apps that we can integrate, automate, kind of blurs the lines. And then as we continue to go down, date-based automations, communications, and again, we could see Monday-based automations, and then sometimes you'll see an integration with another software as part of an automation. So Slack is right here, for instance. Gmail is right here. So these are kind of a quick way of exploring some pre-built ones. And then we can go all the way down and it will just show the integrations section of what apps are available to integrate with. So in this section of the Explore area, Create, Explore of the Automations tab, we have what Monday calls apps, and these are pre-built automations. Again, Monday sometimes blurs the line with certain wording. So if you see here apps, don't get confused. They're not necessarily a built out app in that sense, but these are actually a group of different templates that we can use for certain automations. So if you guys remember, for instance, the AI columns that we had created in the past, and I'll just go over here to, for instance, all columns. If you remember that we have certain AI types of columns that we could use that is able to process information from one column to another. So these ones right here, for instance, and then we could do a lot with them. Remember, we can translate from English to Spanish. So this was just one quick AI capability. It's kind of like an automation, but we're not programming the automation per se from the automation center. It's happening from the column itself. But in the automation center itself, let's just go back to that board in the portfolio, and I go to automate. We can actually get a little bit deeper into what we want to do. So now in this particular dev demo account, there isn't any AI credits that I could use to demonstrate some of these, but what we could do is we could show you. So a custom AI prompt, certain templates that we could use that, let's say when an item is created, use AI to fill in the column. So if I was to just use this template, it won't allow me to activate it, but we could see how this works. When an item is created, we just click this gray area. We tell AI what to write. We could say summarize this item, for instance, something super simple, and we could just say colon, item name, summarize that item name. We could say done to fill in, and then we could just choose another column to fill this in, and we could just say column. We will add a text column and just fill it in there. And there we go, just click text. And then you would be able to actually activate this. As you can see, it's saying purchase AI credits to enable this action. But otherwise, when an item is created, the AI automation itself will run and try to summarize that item and then fill it in another text column. But we can actually play around with some other automations as well. So this is just some of the custom AI-based automations that we could work with. And if we go back and we go back down, let's see here. Where did we leave off of? Explore. There we are. Okay. So as we keep going down, we were just in the AI area. Let's go. Okay. So emails and activities. This is also built into the Monday CRM, where we could automatically send emails and check on activities on customers or anyone for that matter. But we also have pre-built automations we could use to email certain messages out to people, or to maybe whenever an email is open to set the status to something. So a ton of different automations that we could work with. Lots of stuff, as we could see, QuickBooks, Jira, integrations with those platforms as well. And we also have marketplace apps. So this is if you don't find a certain automation that exists within Monday natively, you can actually go to the marketplace and either find automations where Monday connects with Monday. So things that you're doing internally, like when a status changes from one thing, set the status to another. But a lot more complex automations you can find in the marketplace itself, or you can also use the marketplace to find certain integrations as well. So if there's any sort of integrations with certain software, so you could see like Pipedrive over here, for example. A lot of these are also built out, interestingly enough, by third parties. So it's not necessarily the same software company. So for instance, this one, Wix integration, if we click this, we could see who the developer of this is. So we could see, for instance, if you want to integrate your Wix, it's not necessarily by Wix, but it's by Keem Apps, for instance. So what's cool about this is a lot of third-party developers, us being one ourselves as well, we can kind of work with the APIs and build out our own integrations, solutions. So it's really, really cool as long as you have a understanding of how to use APIs, and then the software itself has a very good API interface, which Monday does, then we could build some really cool things out. So that's kind of the explore section. And yeah, it just keeps going. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else underneath there after the apps. And then we could quickly scroll to the other sections of automations as well. So if I keep going down, yeah, it's just going to keep showing certain apps, certain pre-built automations. The AI-powered ones we just discovered and we discussed as well. And you can find it right here, the second tab down. The AI-powered ones, you can again use sentiment analysis, have the AI to analyze certain columns and then process certain pieces of information and then put it into another column. So that's the magic that happens with all of these. You can also, let's see, recommended. What is the recommended ones? This is a lot of essential automations Monday does recommend that we could take advantage of. And now they start categorizing. So productivity automations, date-based communications, syncing with apps, of course, and then a really powerful automation group that we use a lot. Let's see if I could zoom out. The connect boards and mirror columns. So again, in these cards, you will find a lot of pre-built automations that you cannot just create from scratch on your own. So you have to be using these cards. So definitely if you're building out certain boards or trying to empower your boards with certain automations, definitely check out these pre-built template ones, because you cannot build certain custom capabilities and you have to use these templated ones for now. So now let's see if we can probably look at the manage section. Okay, so the create, we pretty much finished up over here. If we go to manage, this is where we will find our active automations on a particular board. So if you are on a particular board and you go to automate, you will find the automations that live on that board over here. You could look at the run history. If there was any history, you would see it over here. Connections. And as you can see, we moved things to the Autopilot Hub. And that was this icon right here, the Autopilot Hub. And account usage. So again, same thing, Autopilot Hub. So as you could see, Monday is still kind of leaving this here, but they are moving things around, changing things around, improving things all the time. So let's check out how to build our own automation. Let's take a look at how we can create one or more automations for certain use cases. So let's have a little bit of fun with this. So right now we are in the workspace, project portfolio management. This is just a test of the portfolio and projects type of solution where we have a portfolio board. Let me just show you over here where we have the portfolio board with the active projects here, pending start here, closed projects here. So this is a board of certain projects. If you haven't seen the previous videos, think of this as the high-level board of we have projects being represented as the items here, and the individual projects also have their own boards down here as well that we could dig into further to see what tasks are happening in these projects themselves. So the board itself here would be the project. Now, let's say we have a workflow that we want to create where we have a project requests board that as soon as the project becomes approved, that we want that project to essentially, we could do it one of two ways actually. Either we could have that project move completely out of this project requests board and go to the portfolio, or what we can do is actually create a brand new project in the portfolio board after a project has gone to the approved stage. So a tip that I like to give out to anyone who's watching the videos is I generally don't like to move items from one board to the next unless the board itself is exactly going to be the same way. The reason why is you lose the history of what happened to that item in that particular board. So it's better to keep an item still there. So an item would move, let's say, from under consideration to approved, and it would still stay here while a brand new project was created in the portfolio board. So let's see what we could do just off the fly right now. So let's assume I'm going to put a test project right here that's under consideration. Okay, so we will put this under consideration. We will put the date of, let's say, today, for instance, executive summary, exec summary, outcomes, we don't care. We could just type in some stuff here, recommendation. Actually, well, we could do it like this. So you could see outcomes, and we'll see if we should map these fields or not. Recommendation. Now, these fields are not necessarily found in the portfolio board itself, but we're just filling it out anyway. So what we're going to do is, okay, let's put this under consideration. Great. We are going to create an automation that we are going to monitor this test project, whereby once under consideration becomes approved, two things are going to happen. This item is going to be moving to the approved group, okay? And also a new item is going to be created in the portfolio board so that since it's approved, we now have a portfolio and we are going to put it in the pending start area just to make sure. So not every single field is going to match. As you could see here, we have project timeline, baseline of project, the budget, and we don't have those fields necessarily here in the project requests board, but at least we will see the item actually move across. So without getting into too much detail, let's try this out. So let's split screen. And now here's the thing. You want to build the automation in the board that you are going to be essentially triggering the automations from. So if we're going to be having this item, for instance, being triggered through the status column to then move here and also create an item in the portfolio board, we're going to create the automation here. So the automations live in the boards themselves. Now, the only exception to this, which I will discuss in a separate video because it's a much more detailed concept, is the new type of automations that exist for Monday. And these are only found on the enterprise plan. And this is, if you click into these squares over here, workflows right here. So this is a separate type of automation. If any of you are familiar with Zapier or Zapier, then it kind of works the same way, where there's a certain workflow process of how automations look. And I could show you guys right now, just real quick. Go on Google and we'll say Monday workflow automation. So if you go over here to the images, you will see, if I can find a good one, there we go. And let me just open image in new tab. We can see this right here. So this is what the enterprise version of Monday's workflow automation is going to look like. You can have a lot more customization and a lot more functionality in this. And you can also have branch logic with yes, no's, true, false. So it's a lot more customizable. But again, this is only available in the enterprise plan. For anyone who is not on enterprise, you are going to be using the standard automations. So we will just show right now with the standard automation what we could do. So right now we are on the project requests board. We'll go to automation, okay? And we are going to now create a new automation. Let's create one that is custom. Let's see if we could do it custom. If we cannot do it custom, we are going to have to look for a template. Or we could do it vice versa too. We could have gone and looked for a template. But right now I am trying to do two actions. So not only are we going to be monitoring the status change and moving this item to a new group, we also want to create a brand new item in the portfolio board. So for any automation that we are doing multiple steps, generally speaking, it is going to have to be a custom automation, or you're going to have to do 2 or more templated automations in the Monday Automation Center. So let's try this out right now. When the status changes to something, and matter of fact, let me show you guys what this looks like from the custom automations area. We could choose what is going to be the trigger. So we could choose whether a status changes, if an item is created, column changes, if a date arrives, or every periodic time period, so every day, every week. We can have these all become triggers. If a button is clicked, if someone is assigned in a people column, for instance, if status changes from something to something, and this is actually what we're going to use as a safeguard so that new requests don't go to approved. We make sure that it has to be under consideration first before it goes to approved. If email changes, and we have more and more and more, lots of different options for triggers. So right now we are going to just say if status changes from something to something. So let's begin to customize this. The status column here is called request status. That's the name of the column. So we're going to say when request status, and it was the only status column available on this board, so that's why we had this as the only one that came up. Changes from under consideration, okay, let's zoom out just a little bit, to approved. Then I want to, first off, move the item to the group. So before I click this, let's see what else we can do. We can notify, we could change status, we could create sub-items of a particular item, setting dates. We can also do some AI over here as well, assigning labels, summarizing text. Some integration features we have here, such as Gmail, Outlook, Slack, or we can also do some other more advanced type of automations, which is creating the item in the board and connecting boards, which actually we were going to do the simple one as a second step is creating item in board to create the item in the portfolio board. But I will show you guys something else pretty cool, and we will do this as the and connect boards as well. So you guys get it. If I scroll down, tons of different action steps that we can do, lots of different action steps. And if you don't find the right one here, you can always check out the templated automation cards that exist just behind the screen here. If we were to go back, you would again just choose create and just choose a templated automation. So right now, let's just create an automation from scratch, okay? And we're gonna say when the status changes from something to something, see, it kind of remembered when the request status changes from under consideration to approved, then let's move the item to the group. Let's move this item to approved, okay? And let's click this plus icon over here and do another action step. So this would be, and then do this. We will say create item in board and connect boards. So we are going to create an item in, let's choose the board first. We will click board, okay? And we're gonna say portfolio board over here. Let's see if we can find it. And always make sure whenever you are creating these items in the board that you create them in the right workspace. So you might have another portfolio board somewhere else in another workspace. Always make sure to mouse over on the left and make sure that you're doing it in the right board. So project portfolio management is the right board, and that's exactly where we're going to create it. So we click portfolio and then connect boards with the column. So we're going to connect the boards right now and choose where the board linkage will be created. So just to double check this, this project requests board also has a connect board column with the portfolio board. There's a two-way connection here. You want to double check the name. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. We don't have it. It is a one-way connection. So let's see. It will still show up over here, but if it's a one-way connection, you won't see it on the board itself. So let's make sure that we're looking at the right one here. If I go to the right, projects, project request board. So if I do settings, customize connect boards here. Oh, well, look at that. Monday did actually update the two-way connection. So here's an interesting correction that I have to make for myself. Monday did actually create the two-way connection to be able to be turned on afterwards. So they used to have it where you created the connect board column and you can only choose a one-way or a two-way in the beginning and you couldn't change it afterwards. But it's actually nice to have this right now. There we go. Perfect. So now we have a two-way connection going. That means we have the project request board connection here. Now, if I look at project requests, I should see a connect board column here on the right. There we go. So this is awesome. This is an awesome change. And if I go back here again, just to double check, can we switch it on or off? Yep. Two-way connection is on for all connected boards. So we cannot switch it off, but we have now the two-way connection, which I always like doing a two-way connection unless you want to specifically do a one-way connection. So let us also actually link to multiple. Customize connect board columns, allow linking to multiple items. There we go. That just says basically if we wanted to connect multiple things here to here, we can. But in this use case, it doesn't necessarily matter. We could just leave it off because one project alpha is always going to be connected here to project alpha. This makes more of a use case if we are trying to connect the portfolio to the multiple items. So this would be the projects board right here. This is where we would connect all of the tasks. So that's when you would need the multiple item connection. So this would be, again, allow linking to multiple items here. But since this is going to be a one item to one item connection, we don't really need to have that on. So anyways, sorry for the sidetracking. Let's get back to what we were doing over here. So we are going to be linking to the portfolio. So if we click the boards again over here, so link to portfolio, choose where the board linkage will be created. Okay, so it is saying in what board is this linkage going to be created. So this is not necessarily the column name, this is the board name itself. So we want the linkage to be created in both boards, okay? So now that we already have the connect boards column as a two-way connection, since we just created this one, we'll just say both boards, okay? So that we could see it in both boards. It's still going to be connected in both boards, even if you chose the single board connection, but it's just going to be showing up as an extra column, which we have here in both boards. So this is just for viewability and controllability purposes. So we have that two-way connection, and we're going to choose that column, okay? Right now, actually, funny enough, because we just created this, we need to refresh the page. And let me see here. If I hit Control R, we need to refresh the screen so that the automation can understand and pick up the fact that we just created this column over here. So always remember, if you don't see it, just hit refresh. And it looks like we might have to create this again from scratch, which is fine. We're doing this live, so it just goes to show you don't always do it right the first time. If something's missing, you're going to have to change it. Status is request status. Changes from under consideration to approved. Okay. Then what we're going to do is first move the item to the approved group, as we said earlier on, and then do the create item in board and connect boards. So now we technically should see things a lot smoother. So let's choose the board first. It's going to be, I'll zoom in here, the portfolio board. That's what we're trying to connect to over here. And then connect it with, there we go. So we're going to do both boards. We're going to show a two-way connection with the column, and there we go. Now it finally showed up because we had to refresh this so it can pick up this column right here, link to portfolio. See? And now we could click this. And now over here, let me just zoom out real quick. There we go. We have one thing left here in the automation, and it is this item. So now when we open this up, we are trying to match the columns from the project request board to the portfolio board. Because what's going to happen is a new item is going to be created here in the portfolio board. And Monday is basically asking us, hey, what information from this project request board, in terms of inside of the columns themselves, do you want to bring over to the portfolio board? So if I go here, for instance, let's just show you guys. If I go back to the portfolio board here, let's take a look what it is. You could see that the group over here, this on the left-hand side is the destination. These are the, not items, excuse me. These are the groups and the columns of the destination that need to be matched with something, which is the groups or columns from the source, okay? So for instance, you see here where it says project manager, that is the project manager column in the destination portfolio. But it's asking us, hey, what do you want to bring in here from the source board? So let's take a look if we have a people column. And we have here initiator. So let's assume that the initiator is going to be the same as the project manager. Over here, we would click the blue plus icon. And obviously, this is the only people column in the source board. So we just click initiator. And we get the point pretty much for everything else. So project phase, do we have anything here that makes sense to be the project phase? Well, Probably not, right? So if we don't have anything from the board columns themselves, that is going to be the specific project phase. So again, the project phase we see as a status column here. And if we check out, let me go to main table. I know it's going to custom table all the time. We said we wanted to make the group the pending start group, but what phase is it going to be? So let's assume that when an item is going to hit the portfolio board here, we're still planning on it. We haven't executed it yet. We're going to be planning, right? So as we could see, well, planning's not here because these are board columns. So we are not going to reference any status column over here because it doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that makes sense to match up with project phase. Anticipated outcomes, approved budget, the board name, the summary, nothing here makes sense. So how do we force the system to put the project phase as planning? Super simple. You have to type it in exactly like this. You literally type in the exact status column entry, planning, exactly the way it's written. So I would put PLANNING, obviously, and make sure to keep it capitalized as well. It should work without the capitalization. However, there are times when it will create literally another entry just in case. So we don't want that to happen, so match it exactly the same. We're going to say the project phase is planning, okay? Project budget, do we have any column? Let's just zoom out here. From this source board, okay, is there anything here that describes the budget? Approved budget, what is this? Okay, approved budget. So we have a dollar amount. We'll say the approved budget is the same as the project budget. So if we hit plus, approved I'm stumbling on my words. Approved budget is it. Approved budget matches project budget. Okay, so text. What was this text column? I mean, if it's just saying text, we probably don't care about it. Yep, it was just a test field. We don't care about that. We can just put anything else if we want just to test the field out. Let's say anticipated outcomes will be the text field. Okay. Now the project timeline in the destination. Do we have a timeline column? We don't. So we're going to have to just set dates. As you could see here on the project request board, there is no timeline column here. We only have a date column of request date, but a single date column cannot match up to a timeline column, so it's not going to come through. We're just going to say, hypothetically speaking, project timeline is going to be from the beginning to the end of the month, okay? And then baseline of project timeline, we'll put the same exact thing. If we had a timeline in the source board, we would be able to connect it across, but we can't in this case. And then files, we don't have a files column in the source board. Let's see. Zoom out. There is no files column. So nothing would make sense in this sense. So let's click done. Okay. And there we go. So now we have the automation created. So, well, not yet. We have all the fields in the automation correctly put in place. Now we just click create automation. And there we go. So let's see if we can maximize this. There we go. When request status changes from under consideration to approved, let's move the item to approved and then create an item in portfolio and connect them together, essentially. Okay, so let's test this out. This automation is now turned on. Let's just turn off every other automation. Let's see, just so it doesn't bother us for now, we're just going to show a singular automation, okay? And let's go here. Okay, so let's set this up correctly so we can see things effectively. I will do, let's go with this. We will set it up like this. Instead of it being vertical, we will do it horizontal. So on the top part, we have the project requests board, and on the bottom, we have the portfolio. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Let's just pay attention to exactly what happens when we do this. I'm going to set the status here from under consideration to approved. What you'll see is the status will obviously become approved, okay? And this item test project will move to this group, approved. Once it moves to this group, a brand new item should be created here. And actually, let me double check to make sure what group it's supposed to go into. Let's see here. Did we double check that? Let's just double check it so I can demonstrate it correct for you guys. Move the item to approved and then create an item. Okay, there we are. Okay, so the group is going to be pending start. That's exactly where we wanted it to be. Okay, so let's get out of here again. Split screen it. Okay, you guys are ready? Let's try this out. So we click under consideration and we're going to do approved. Let's see what happens. Yep, moved over here. Brand new item was created over here. Test project. There we go. Project manager is me. Planning phase. The dates transferred over. And the linkage actually happened over here. So this is basically saying that this project, just zoom out real quick. This project, test project in the portfolio board is linked back to the original request of this one right here. So we're showing a relationship that, hey, here's an approved project and it's related to this linked test project in the portfolio board. So sorry guys for the very long video. Hopefully this is super helpful for the smaller details. And thank you so much for checking these videos out. We will see you in the next one. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.